Welcome to the Greg and Abba Show. My name is Abba Bauer, CEO of Walk West.
And my name is Greg Winkler, Area Manager for Pinnacle Financial Partners. Abba, you know what? I can't remember. Was last year your first year?
It was my first visit.
That's unbelievable. What was your experience as a first-timer?
It was remarkable. I loved experiencing Denver. I loved learning how it's applicable for takeaways for Raleigh, and I loved meeting everybody on the trip.
Nice.
Now, this isn't your first rodeo. I believe you've been on a few intercity visits. Am I right?
I have been on a few. This will be my 11th.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of changes over the years, obviously, but I'm excited on everyone, and everyone we learn something new and different. So that, I'm really looking forward to seeing what I learned in Atlanta.
Can't wait.
Well, I think the biggest thing that's changed is because there's just so many people, it's doubled in size. I remember when we were fighting to try and get 75 people.
No kidding, and now we're doubled.
Yes.
Wow.
So, I mean, the demand has been absolutely incredible. And I think a lot of that has to do with the cities that we've been going to.
Mm-hmm.
Again, every year we listen to where folks want to go to, and we meet their demand, and that's usually where we go.
I would say what is so meaningful about the intercity visit trip for me, I moved here at the end of 2019. So you could say I'm still new-ish to the market, right? I didn't have the opportunity to network, to meet people, and it was invaluable to me to go on the trip and meet 149 fellow business leaders and build relationships in a really organic, natural way. Mm-hmm. I've made lots of friends. I got to get closer to you.
Aww.
And I know you're just flat. I'm gonna dust your shoulder. High five. Yes. And a lot of relationships truly that I made, and it made me feel so much more woven into our community.
Yeah.
And that to me was so special, and that's why I'm returning this year.
You know what? I'm still stunned that that's your first one. But I think for me, what makes it meaningful is, the networking opportunities. Yes. So again, we've been out of pocket for quite a while with COVID. Yeah. So there's been a lot of relationships that you want to refresh. Absolutely. And for me, that's always an opportunity, especially around folks that aren't necessarily in your circles that you see day to day. And then ultimately, I'm looking for some more friends. So I just love the friendship part of that as well. So it gives you a chance to really, we all let our hair down, we just be ourselves. And
we do.
And we have a good time.
It's very comfortable.
So, yeah,
yes.
So I've always picked up an extra friend or two along the way. And for that, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Me too. I think what I'm most excited for visiting Atlanta would be the National Center of Civil and Human Rights. I haven't had a chance to go there personally myself, and I have heard incredible things, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing that.
Oh, that's exciting, especially since you hadn't been there. What a great way to be able to get the avenue to go.
Absolutely. What about you?
I think for me, it's probably the Battery. I've been hearing a lot about the park. And I think it relates a lot to what we're trying to accomplish here in Raleigh.
Absolutely.
It's easy to get people to come here, like yourself, right? I mean, we get, 70 new people every day coming to Raleigh, but how do we keep them here? Mm-hmm. And I think, whether it's younger folks or young married or tenured folks like me, everybody has to have a place to go and something to do. So I think about some of the things that's happened in North Hills. I think about Fenton. Mm-hmm. I think about what we're doing out there at PNC Arena and all the entertainment centers. So to have a world-class entertainment center like the Battery, I think there's a lot we can learn from that.
Meet people. Don't be shy. Do your best to make a friend. Strike up conversation. I talk a lot about networking in my industry, and you're not going to be the only one in the room that's feeling uncomfortable or I don't know anyone. And if you see anyone at the buffet or at a table, strike up a conversation and make new friends and have that open mind of meeting new people.
That's awesome. Well, that comes natural for you, but what would you recommend for someone that's not as outgoing as you? Do you have some tips for them to be able to kind of get out of their shell?
I had my FBI hat on last year, and I think what's wonderful is we put the list of attendees. And so you can do some research online to see who is going. You may actually already know someone attending. Okay. Everything's always more comfortable with a friend. I volunteer myself as tribute to any new person out of hours. Come find me. Right. And I'm happy to make introductions or be your friend for the trip. And I I welcome our folks who are more seasoned to look out for new faces.
Yeah, okay. So if you do have that fear, just look up Anna.
Yeah.
I will help you.
That's right, ABHA.
All right.
You'll hear me if you don't see me.
.com.
Yeah. With the app. You know what though? The app. The Yap app is amazing because a lot of folks put their picture with their
Right.
name, so you can actually look and say, oh, hey, this person, I'm gonna try to meet this person here.
There you go.
And utilize that to make connections. You can message through the app too,
Perfect.
as well. So
Yeah.
I utilize that app.
And do you recommend using your own picture, or can I use someone else's?
I was gonna say Tom Cruise, but you know.
Thank you for that suggestion. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what advice would you give?
I think the first advice, and this may sound really silly, but go.
Mm.
You know, because I really think a lot of us are too hooked into work. But I'll guarantee you that you won't remember what that project is that you think you're supposed to stay for, 2 or 3 years from now. But you'll remember what you learned on the trip, and you'll remember those friendships that you currently enjoy today.
Yeah.
And certainly all the networking opportunities that you get, we're probably going to be getting some business from those down the road as well too. So you're going to miss out on a lot if you don't go. You got to go.
Yep.
So you've made that investment. And then the other thing I would say is just challenge yourself on why are you there. Now that you showed up, what is your purpose?
I think that's such a great point of being present.
Right.
I think even when you are there, you're itching to check your email or take
Right.
that call. But to your point, making the most of that trip and being open-minded, something that may not even sound exciting,
Right.
can surprise you.